seen a video of Nicolas Jackson that's trending? I mean, I don't know. You can't really assess, you can't independently ascertain or conclude that that is Nicolas Jackson. But if that is true, then that is worrying. If that is true, then that is really, really, really worrying for a player that is trying to find his feet, somebody that did just come to England from Spain, from Villarreal, and is yet to fully find his feet. I mean, a lot of fans have had questions about him and how much more he can give the team, and for these things to go out. So you see, there's no problem for anybody to want to be in bed with a woman. Any man wants to do that's people's personal stuff. And for a lot of people, you can't, I mean, not just for a lot of people, you just can't blame anybody. That's their life. But there's a reason why if you are in a public life, these parts of your life are supposed to be private, because it has a tendency of destabilizing you or unsettling you in your kind of work, especially if your kind of work is in the public domain. And that's the reason why if this video is really Nicolas Jackson, then it's worrying. I mean, I hope his face didn't show. I'm going to show you the video. So just take and stay. I'll show you the video. His face didn't show. It was his voice. Voice can be doctored. It can be manipulated. So it may be that it wasn't him. But for that lady also who's an OnlyFans artist, she's a nudist, somebody that puts out, comfortable putting out their nudes and whatnot. And apparently in that video, Nicolas Jackson was asking for some nude pictures. I mean, leading up to a game whilst he was confident that Chelsea were going to win. I mean, it's just his voice. It can be doctored. It may be him. It may not be him. But yeah, these are some of the things that are going on. I mean, for anybody also, anybody, not just a woman, who use anybody's name for clout or for attention, I find those people to be very weird. Very, 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 very weird. And that's why we as men, especially as high-performing men, we need to be very careful the kind of people we live with. I mean, I'm nobody to give you anybody.
No,
it's not a good deal.
it's not a good deal.
I will do for myself, not for you, not to. I have to, I know I will, so.
You will win, so you know you'll win.
Yeah, so.
Okay,
That's why.
maybe you need a little motivation.
Yeah, I need a motivation tonight.
Okay, right this second.
Yeah.
Okay, right, well, I'll let you go then, and I'll chat to you on Snapchat.
Okay.
Goodbye. I would have showed the stream, but it was literally a black screen. He literally
Was it FaceTime or call?
It was a FaceTime,
Oh, shit.
but it was a black screen, and every now and then I could just, like, you could only see his face slightly. But that would have been so bait if I turned it round on the screen.
I might be a bit careful because he might see you, but because it was a phone call, he didn't tell him it was being recorded.
Technically, it's not being recorded; it's being live streamed.
Anybody an advice, but really, yeah, there's a video like that that's circulating. Apparently, Nicolas Jackson on a voice FaceTime call asked a lady for nudes, and that video is circulating just a day before Chelsea plays Brighton and Hove Albion. I just hope that's not true and stuff like that. Yeah, so the video is just happiness. But guys, yeah, so the most important thing is that game against Brighton and Hove Albion, and I keep on asking myself, where are the two parts of the game, or the few parts of the game, where the game can be won or lost for Chelsea? So if you're a Chelsea fan, of course, this content is for you. If you look at the game Chelsea played against Newcastle United, in the last 5 games, Chelsea have won 3, lost 2, and then won 3, drawn 1, and lost 1. Very good returns, actually, given where Chelsea have come from as a team, from pre-season, the Liverpool draw, and the kind of games that have gone on, Nottingham Forest, West Ham United, and the kind of pressure the team came under at some point in time. If you see the results they are getting now, then you are, I mean, comfortable that at least you're making some progress. And I've said it constantly that Chelsea are in the top 6 in terms of XG. I mean, XG is essentially about the quality chances that have been accumulated or have been created by a team. And then the XP, that's the those chances, the kind of points that they would have accumulated. So Chelsea are also in the top 5 in terms of their XPs accumulated and the XGs, and which tells a story. So yes, the XG isn't the actuals. It isn't what is manifesting. There is more to an XG, but really XG is essentially about the context of of what is going on. Where are Chelsea? Where have they come from? Where are they going to? How many chances were they creating? Yes, they are not converting, but have they moved forward from not just creating chances? Are they creating chances now? If they are creating chances, are they quality chances? If they are quality chances, in which part of the box are they creating them? Then you can use this to make a proper analysis of why they aren't converting them. It can lead you into making an analysis of why they aren't converting them. Is it the issue of shot quality from the striker? Is it that the chances are just not quality enough? Is it that around this time the players need to be more patient? Do they just have, there's a word that we used to use, a lot of Ghanaian analysts and commentators we used to use, do they have to keep their composure in the box in around those times, or it's just not quality chance? Do they have to manipulate the ball better? What are the reasons why they are not converting? So whilst XG isn't the ultimate thing, it is something that I call the context of football, the context of progress. And in a project like Chelsea's, it's very important to really understand the underpinnings of Chelsea's underperforming of their XGs as it stands now. If they're overperforming too, they know that maybe your players are doing more, or maybe there's something about your structure that is just good, and then you need to hit on that well. So that's the importance of it. Now, under Graham Potter, Potter was the XG master. His team created the best chances at Brighton. For Graham Potter at Brighton, he was creating the best chances. He was creating the best chance for his team. He was taking them close to the 18-yard box. He was doing a whole lot of brilliant stuff at the time. And then Roberto De Zerbi seems to have continued from exactly where Graham Potter did end as a manager in terms of XGs, tearing teams apart, opening up teams, scoring goals and whatnot. And that's the reason why for a lot of the games that Brighton are involved in together with Liverpool, they seem to have these games have the most accumulated XG. So they concede and then they score, they concede and then they score. And it's a path in which they're going. But really, if you look at this game against Chelsea that's going to be played at the Bridge, I'm looking at two things. So in the video that I posted yesterday, one of the first things that I spoke about is the fact that who is supposed to play at right back for Chelsea? Moise Caicedo, Conor Gallagher, or Axel Disasi. I've seen some analysis elsewhere where people say that it has to be the Axel Disasi, so that Chelsea will use the left-hand side to attack, where they will have Levi Cole bumping up. Then you have three at the back in Thiago Silva, Benoit Bellachile, and then Axel Disasi. Now, even if Thiago even pushes up, there's very good telepathy and height between Axel Disasi and then my man Thiago Silva at the back, and they can get a job done. So that the Vico can push up on the left-hand side a little bit more, so that then you can have Raheem Sterling coming inverted, coming inside to occupy the half space. And these are the parts of the game that you can think about. Again, you look at the Conor Gallagher side, where first of all, you're looking at corners coming out from the right-hand side, coming inverted from a double pivot with Caicedo. Conor can also keep the weight sometimes. He's a very good defender. If he has to come back and defend in the wide areas, he's brilliant at doing that job. If he has to stack up central areas, Conor can get a job done. So that affords us an opportunity to play an extra CM or an extra winger in there. Then you can have Raheem inside, Palmer inside, Enzo pushing up, so you can have a double pivot of Caicedo and Conor Gallagher in there. And it helps a lot because at the end of the day, these two guys add a lot more to the team. So those are just the dynamics. But that's from the path of Chelsea. I think that Chelsea will just have to... Chelsea have gone past the moment where they weren't creating the best chances, where they weren't getting the best edges. Now they are creating quality chances, high quality chances in dangerous areas for them. The problem, however, for Chelsea is that the strikers aren't able to manipulate the ball more. I think that Armando Broja is going to play in this game. One, he's going to be a very good leader of the press. He will push very high and wide. He will be the aggressor. He will lead the press. He'll push in. He will win the ball very high and wide for Chelsea. And then, of course, he'll be aided by Conor Gallagher and Cole Palmer in those tight zones when they want to press centrally, and then force Brighton to play out. When they do, of course, it's a bait for Chelsea to swarm them with their aggression with them without the ball, to win the ball back and then play for it. It's very, very important they play like this in this fashion. Now, for Brighton, you have to find a way to stop them in their tracks in central areas, because essentially Roberto De Zerbi wants to play to you. So if you see Van Herkel and then you see my man in between the lines, you see Van Herkel in there, and then you see Lewis Dunk. The job is to play through you centrally. So they'll stay on the ball, they'll wait for the openings. If you open up, that's in you coming to come and press, then the openings will come centrally, they'll play through you. If you don't, they take the ball outside. Now, this is a game where Chelsea's wingers have to do an extra job. And this is why I'm worried a little bit about Raheem Sterling. Raheem doesn't seem to be doing these jobs so well, the defensive job. There are times he does it well, there are times where he's a little bit lackadaisical, and then he's turned off from the defensive job. And that is why you need a very solid rest defense. When I say rest defense, I mean the 3 players that will be at the back, or the settled defense. The defense that is settled or not doing anything when the team is attacking. So the rest defense essentially is the defense, or the number of people at the back when the team is attacking. So you need a solid rest defense, and that's why sometimes I will tend to harbor the thought of having the flat back 4 or 4 center backs, where Axel Disasi is the man, and then Levi will rather keep the width high and wide, and you keep the 2 double pivots in there for them. I think that makes some sense in that regard if you want to have a solid rest defense. That also have height, that have physicality, that is very combative, that can win the balls and in there and can do a very good job. It makes so much sense, right? It makes so much sense to go through that direction. But what is the execution going to be like? Again, I've seen Chelsea lose their head. It's a game where they need to be very patient. Brighton want to make it easy. In the first game that they play against them, it wasn't an easy game. But for me, the game is going to be won on how you'll be able to stop Brighton from playing through centrally, opening you up centrally. Again, if they take the ball out, you need numerical superiority to deal with them. If you don't, then they are going to beat you from wide areas. And in this, it means that you need wingers to work extra harder, to drop deep, come and help the fullbacks or the rest defense, the centre backs. Those are playing the fullback to get a job done. For Chelsea also, how do they solve the conundrum of whether there's a left back, there's a right back, who plays in there? Again, it's about the spatial manipulation, because Chelsea are going to create very high and quality chances in this game. But how do they get a job done in terms of conversion, ball manipulation? I think that's an issue of personnel where Armando Broja may come in. So yeah, I mean, this is just my take on the issues that's going on and how I think Chelsea can beat Brighton tomorrow. Thank you very much. I mean, I've not told you to subscribe. If you've not, do subscribe, turn on notification. My name is Fiifi-Manfred.